So this video is called Why Everyone Actually Hates the X-Men by Schmo. Now, if he's talking about the characters in universe, I agree. If he's talking about viewers, obviously I disagree. But he's probably talking about characters in universe, so let's go.
Cap, I've always looked up to you, but you've never been kind to mutants. Are you kidding me? What is your problem with us? Your wife destroyed an entire star system. Okay, but that was the Phoenix controlling her. Right, so when it came back, I tried to stop it, but you decided to take its power and split it with Namor? I admit Namor was a mistake, but the real X-Men do not bother humans. You people literally genocided an entire island nation. Okay, come on. That was Beast. He's as much of an X-Men as he is an Avenger. Oh, what? We do not claim him. Meanwhile, he's part of your starting five. I am the X-Men's #1 defender, but sometimes when I'm reading their comics, I can't help but sympathize with everyone else. Are the mutants oppressed? Yes. Does the government hunt them down? Sometimes yes, but are the X-Men sometimes incredibly irresponsible and obnoxious? 1000% yes.
Alright, and here's the thing.
That the Avengers want to arrest?
Here's the thing, right? Is that these are people who are born with powers, who get powers when they're children, or when they hit puberty, basically. Usually. And they are a danger to society, you know? The real truth is, and this is the hard truth, this is the sad truth, is that if these mutants, realistically, in universe, it's going to sound so bad, but realistically, in universe, these mutants should not have as many rights as a regular human. Obviously, there should be some control over, you know, knowing who they are, knowing what they can do, and what they're allowed to do. They're fucking... Some of them can end the Earth with their abilities. Iceman literally has the ability to freeze the entire planet. So, to think that these, like, especially when they're like adolescents, which is like when everybody's crazy and wild and stupid, with these teenagers who are just now going through puberty should just be running around wild with crazy powers. I don't know, dude.
You when you killed the most prominent X-Men member, Charles Xavier, right in front of everyone. Why are you shocked that people are scared of mutants when every single week some kid in like Idaho or something has the mutant power to just kill everyone around him?
Yeah.
That's it. The entire power is mass human extermination.
Yeah.
And you're surprised that human beings are scared of you. What's worse is the X-Men rarely tell anyone when they find these mutants because they're too scared of anti-mutant laws. I'm going to say something controversial and a little bit mutant-phobic, but some mutants deserve those collars, especially those dirty telepaths.
Yeah, brother, hell yeah!
Those creepy fucks. But that is next week's video. Today, I want to talk about all the most ridiculous things the X-Men have done that honestly makes them deserve the hate. From Jean Grey losing her mind every 5 seconds and almost blowing up the planet, to Beast starting up the CIA of Krakoa and genociding an entire people.
Dude. It's really crazy. It's like every 28 days or so, Jean Grey just loses her mind. I don't know what's happening.
Wanda's annoying ass rewriting reality because she felt like it. And I know what you're saying, Wanda Maximoff is not a mutant. At least,
oh my god, you guys.
It's not anymore.
I'm sorry for that one.
I don't care. She was
I'm not sorry, I'm doubling down. Double down!
Mutant then, and honestly, to most humans in the Marvel Universe, she is probably still a mutant now. So let's talk about why humans actually hate mutants and the worst things the X-Men have ever done. If we're going to start anywhere, we have to start with the most famous conflict between the X-Men and everyone else, mainly the Avengers. Yes, we're talking about AVX. To set the stage, there are less than 200 mutants in the world, and the X-Men are in their flop era. Cyclops is training Hope Summers, the Messiah mutant, in order to get her ready for something. She gets heated and uses her Phoenix powers, knocking him back. At the same time...
Oh yeah, no, for your really low understanding of X-Men, only mutants from the Professor are equal to or less than, I don't know, it's weird. So there's like mutants all over the place, but they've gone back and forth between being kind of like pushed underground, genocided, doing genocide, being put in collars to make sure they can't use their powers. There's been a lot of back and forth between it, but there are many mutants who are just born, and or they become a mutant at some point, and like he said, just kill everybody. And they touch somebody and it steals their life essence, or they, or like Rogue, or they just murder everybody in the area because that's their power activating. And then the X-Men show up and they secret them away into their like from this perspective, they secret them away into their little terrorist bunker where they get these child warriors to train them up to be stronger warriors and to be loyal to only the leader of this terrorist regime. I mean, you said Rogue could touch you. Oh, God.
Crashes down to Earth to tell the Avengers that the Phoenix is coming to Earth. So now the X-Men want the Phoenix, mostly Cyclops, and the Avengers want to get rid of the Phoenix because it's super dangerous and can kill everyone and everything. You guys saw the movie, you know how scary this shit is. You of course have the famous confrontation with Cap and Scott, where Cap is pretty logical here. If we can get to Hope, the vessel, before the Phoenix arrives, we can stop a catastrophe from happening.
Yeah.
Cyclops says that she is a mutant and this is a mutant problem. Bruh.
To be fair, though, isn't that his daughter?
If the Phoenix
if her name is Hope Summers, I'm pretty sure Hope Summers is Scott Summers' daughter. I'm pretty sure.
endangers the entire planet, it's an everyone problem. I love you, Scott, but you guys couldn't handle this shit last time. Why do you think you can handle it this time? Cyclops shows his hand and tells Cap the Phoenix is a force of rebirth for his people. Cap is like, you are tripping, man. Logan was right. You are crazy as hell. Cyclops thinks Cap is being apathetic to the mutant cause. They bicker some more and Cyclops says, get the fuck off my island, you dirty flat scan. Now Scott, those are fighting words, and fighting is what they do. We have the big battle, a bunch of cool moments, especially between Magic and Doctor Strange. As the fight goes on, Hope Summers starts to get more fiery. She burns Wolverine from the inside out and escapes as a phoenix rising. Cap and Wolverine argue as Logan tried to kill Hope Summers, and Cap is like, whoa, 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 we do not kill children. Logan says, we. Why are you speaking French? I love killing children. And if you don't believe me, just ask Baby Apocalypse and Deadpool. Cap then beats the fuck out of Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine and Storm are from the original X-Men,
And throws him out of the helicarrier, thousands of feet in the air. That is what you get for being a sellout, Logan. Fast forward a lot of fighting and stuff. Wolverine promises to kill Hope. Cyclops won't let him. As Tony Stark deploys his machine to disrupt the Phoenix Force, it rejects Hope Summers and instead goes into the other X-Men. Now, I understand Magic, Colossus, hell, even Emma having the Force. But Namor? That is a bad choice, man. The all-powerful Phoenix is dumb as rocks. Well, the X-Men do prove the humans wrong at first. I mean, they use the Phoenix Force to transform the Earth to be more livable, more food, water, etc. Namor is the first one to start to defect. After he gets bitched by Scarlet Witch, he's irritated and says that Cyclops might be a good leader, but is a shitty ruler. Then Emma Frost instigates.
That doesn't even make sense.
She is fucking Namor on the down low, and she tells Namor the Avengers are hiding Hope Summers and
Emma
Wakanda,
Frost always
knowing
sucked.
all too well.
Anybody who likes Emma Frost is, I mean, I like how Emma looks. Obviously, Emma looks good. But Emma Frost as a character? Oh my god, what a horrible bitch.
How much Namor loves to fuck with Black Panther. So literally 2 pages later,
for sure,
Namor drowns the capital of Wakanda. And T'Challa is not going out sad, man, so he gets his boys to jump him. God damn, they run deep. They stomp the fuck out of Namor. It is actually so embarrassing.
Brutal.
Eventually, his Phoenix Force leaves him and then goes back to the other 4. This keeps happening until it is just Scott and Emma, and Cyclops forcefully takes her powers and then kills Xavier in front of everyone.
What the fuck?
So let's recap. These guys ravage half the planet, kill countless people,
and then kill the only guy trying to hold the mutants back from being evil.
Allow Namor to walk around with the Phoenix Force knowing he's a lunatic, and are shocked the human beings are scared of you. You think Cyclops would learn his lesson from this, but he does not. Uncanny X-Men 2013 takes place right after AVX and AVX Consequences. where Cyclops goes to jail and is then broken out of jail after realizing mutants need him. I want to talk about a moment that takes place towards the end of this run, after the Avengers try to arrest him and the Sentinels try to exterminate him and his students. Cyclops is paranoid and thinks S.H.I.E.L.D. is out to get him. He sneaks on board the—
What a dumb outfit for Cyclops, that X over his face. It doesn't even make sense. The visor made sense.
helicarrier, and this exchange happens. Maria Hill yells at her employees about how they have to think 10 steps ahead of him, and he cuts her off saying, "How's that working out for you, being 10 steps ahead of me?" Immediately her cop programming kicks in and says he's under arrest. But my boy Scott does not listen to pigs. She then says the Sentinels are not a S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, but Scott does not trust her and gets these creepy ass cuckoo sisters to read her mind. At first, they think she has defenses set up, but they get in pretty quick. They learn she's telling the truth about not knowing where the Sentinels come from, but she's afraid it might be a part of some hidden sector of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's even more worried that if she finds out who's doing it, she won't have any power to stop it. Then these fuck-ass kids start spilling her secrets. She's also very attracted to you, Mr. Summers.
What the hell?
Bro, why embarrass her like that? I don't blame her though. Scott might be the sexiest mutant alive, dude. Look at him. God damn.
Oh my.
Scott slides past that and asks if she knows anything else. They're like, nah, but she also hasn't dated anybody in a long time. Does not know why she's so into you, even though she hates your guts. Alright, that's enough, Maria says. Cyclops is like, I get it. Sidekicks are super annoying. They argue for a bit on the validity of her story, and Maria says, "You're trespassing on my
He said
shit."
everything he said, now you disagree with. Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Cyclops is like, no, I'm not.
Magneto is right, humans should be exterminated. Hell yeah, based Magneto, hell yeah. Oh my god, he said even Gambit over him, oh my god.
Then we just see Maria back in the helicarrier without the black and white
Gambit's
effect.
suave,
She tells her employees she's just been compromised and they need to lock down. But as she yells at her crew to go into code red, they all faint. And Cyclops appears behind her, saying, "Your move, Miss Hill."
Cyclops makes you gag? Magneto smash? Oh god, oh jeez. So who is it? Who is it then? Who is it for you?
Now, while I love this
Just
moment for
irrationally hate him.
Cyclops, the X-Men do this shit a lot,
No,
especially telepath.
It's not an irrational hate. It's a very rational hate. Cyclops is an actual menace in the comic books. Cyclops is a fucking asshole weirdo.
Which we will discuss another time. Imagine getting violated like that though, then getting stunted on afterwards. Now Maria is not totally innocent after it's revealed that the future version of Dark Beast is the one behind the Sentinels. She says,
"No, I mean he literally killed Xavier, so you know, at that point you're not good anymore."
"It was one of y'all dirty mutants who did this attack." And Scott is like, "It is your job to protect the world, including us. You did not do that." Then after Dazzler comes back from being kidnapped by Mystique,
He's so possessive
Maria
and
doesn't
weird too,
console her or
true.
anything. She starts bossing her around.
Which is extra weird that he's so possessive yet still manages to get cheated on left and right all the time. Like, how are you a possessive guy who's still getting cheated on? You know, you're just bad at your job at that point.
Immediately. And Dazzler damn near laughs in her face. "I am not an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I am an X-Men." Tough. You see how hard it is for me not to support mutants? However, this next story will change your opinion of them. The tragedy of Terra Verde begins in issue 6 of X-Force, where the president of the small island nation aligns himself with Krakoa and the mutants. Right as they are about to coalesce and make peace, these plant creatures attack, which Black Tom Cassidy, the plant bender, steps in to stop it, as he's explaining to Beast in the present. Unfortunately, after the attack, the president decides to no longer sign the treaty with Krakoa, and we see that the attack was actually meant to kidnap the sun. So he
capitulated to terrorists. What a fool.
Beast and Jean Grey break into the president's house, and he says they will kill him for talking to the X-Men.
Big boy.
They, being a group of rebel scientists taken over by this hostile botanical intelligence. So Beast gets the team to strike at these villains, and Jean doesn't want to kill the human host, but Beast convinces her, as they will keep healing themselves unless she does kill them. They make their way to the president's son, who was actually already infected. As Beast explains, his kidnapping was staged to force his father not to align himself with the mutants. You see, the plant technology he was developing with a scientist was supposed to rival the Krakoan medicine that is at the forefront of every treaty signed with the mutants. If Beast allowed them to create a product that can make Krakoa relevant.
Beast is cool, but I mean that's kind of I like that he's smart about it. You know, like if someone's taken over, you can't just beat him up and let him keep getting back up. If someone's fully evil, you just have to kill them. It is the rule. That's how it works. That's the difference between a good hero and a fake hero.
And vulnerable, it would mean the end of the nation. So he sabotaged them, reprogrammed the plant cells, and let them eat this kid's mind, turning him into a vegetable. The president then blames the revolutionaries for this and signs the treaty, as we see the son sitting in his bed, drooling, then turning into plant matter in this creature, as Beast narrates how X-Force has to make bold decisions to protect Krakoa. And that's why he is the conductor, because he is 5 moves ahead of everyone else, because he is never wrong. Well, we are about to see how wrong he is soon. In issue 9, we revisit Terra Verde several months later because all communication has now been cut off from the island nation and the X-Force needs to investigate. When they get to the president's manor, we see the result of Beast's meddling. All throughout the issue, we see the most disgusting visuals, Last of Us style fungus plant zombies. Beast has totally fucked this island up. It looks horrible. He then convinces Black Tom Cassidy to go in there to save the team after they realize they are in over their heads. And through some harmonious mutant powers, they are able to fight back, but it does not end on a happy note exactly, as the last shot of Terra Verde is all of these bodies littered around the temple. Essentially, they just murder thousands, if not millions of people. Now I understand if you blame this squarely on Beast, but the other X-Men do pretty much nothing about this, not until he gets way worse later on. They just allow this to transpire and never arrest Beast or throw him.
Well, and to be fair, like, other superheroes probably would have found a way to reverse the problem rather than just outright killing them, to be fair.
In jail. Mind you, they imprisoned Sabretooth for far less than this. Beast is allowed to do genocide and not go to jail. Krakoa was a broken nation from the start. I mean, Wolverine...
Well, I think that's an allegory for something that the world isn't ready to talk about yet.
Only really gives a shit when Beast starts cloning him and using him like a dog. So to the outside world, the minute we gave these people a country, the first thing they did was genocide an entire people. Insane work.
Again, I think that's an allegory for something the world's not ready to talk about yet.
I'm going to allow you guys to discuss this more in the comments on why you hate the mutants. This is honestly the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there is so much more to say here, so much more Beast does, way worse things later on in the story, and throughout the history of the X-Men, there are plenty more moments to pick from for everybody else. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Big shout out to the Watchtower employees that you see here.
I like this video. I like that a lot. And he waited to ask us to subscribe till the end. Really good research. That was good. I liked it a lot. Honestly, I do agree with him. The X-Men are kind of like the bad guys. For real. If you think about it from a logical standpoint of anybody who's not a mutant, they're the bad guys.